Hello, my fellow investors. Welcome back and thank you for tuning in. I hope that you all having a fantastic day. And without further ado, let's get to it. As usual, this is not financial advice. It is for experimental and entertainment purposes, so please be aware of that. April results. We have them at hand. Not bad. Better than last month. Yeah, total return is working as great as we are aiming for. So let's see what happens. All right, so I'm going to scroll down so that way we can go to our history and I can show you what we have performed for the month of April. Okay, so you might want to look away because I'm scrolling down. I'm going to attempt to get there as soon as possible. All right, so here we go. We made it to history. We're going to go to all types, options, and we are going to, I'm going to scroll down again, and we're going to find the beginning of April. All right, here we have it, folks. So we didn't do as far as generating income through new contracts. We didn't do that much. Okay, I believe that we got about 4 contracts that we were able to generate income from, and there's one. There's the second. Let's keep going here. There's another one. There's a put assignment and exercise. There was another one right over here that I missed. Yep, there you go. There you have it, folks. 4 different contracts, okay? So now I'm going to go back to history. I just wanted to show you guys that as a form of transparency. So that way you guys know I'm not making up these numbers, okay? I do want to point out that my average cost basis is a bit inaccurate because once again in this channel what we do or what we are doing with this position is basically generating income through premiums, and it's basically options that we're doing on it. Okay, and whatever premium we generate from the actual option or the fund, we reinvest it into buying more shares of MSTY with the purpose of dollar cost averaging down. All right. So that's the challenge of this whole entire journey that I'm doing with MSTY or this position. I just wanted to make sure that you guys that we are on the same page as far as that. All right. As you can see, we have the opportunity to rip profits if I wanted to. But again, that's not part of my goal. My goal is to build a strong position with limited NAV erosion, and so far it's working perfectly. Okay. I know many of the investors watching this video, they're probably doing backflips off their chairs right now. But again, that's not part of my challenge, so I'm not going to be profit ripping. Oh, one more thing I want to cover before we go into the spreadsheet, and that is I want to show you guys the dividend or distribution that we received from the month of April. Okay, so I'm going back down. I'm actually doing it very slow so that way I don't get you guys sick. Let's go to show all types, and we're gonna pick dividends, and there you have it. And we receive a distribution of 488 with 83 cents. All right, so let's go transport ourselves to the spreadsheet so that we can take a better look at how we performed this month. All right, so before I start breaking numbers down, I want to let you know that I did not reinvested any of the income generated from March. Okay, that capital remains in my buying power. In the scenario, MSTY's share price gets a pullback, then we can actually put that capital into work, right? Yeah, basically that's what I was looking for. I'm looking for that capital to do some rock and rolling for me. Unfortunately, that has not been the case, but the money's still there. And eventually, if it goes down, then we'll start dollar cost averaging down. And if it doesn't, then it is what it is. We'll make some adjustments and we'll see what happens. We'll let time decide that for us and see what happens. All right. Okay, so month of April. Here it is, the totals. So we were able to generate income from four different contracts that I was able to roll. Majority of the contracts that I'm doing right now is basically rolling. So from premiums, we were able to generate $394.68, and then when you add the distribution, we have right now a total of $883.51. Okay, that's including distributions. After taxes, which we always gotta keep that in mind, we have a total of 671 with 47 cents. Okay, that's how much we have right now to invest. Now, like I said, like I mentioned before, we did not invested or reinvested any of the capital from March. So now we have a total of $1,170 with 68 cents to reinvest back into Misty. All right. So if Misty keeps rallying the way it's been rallying, what I'm going to do, I'm going to continue to accumulate more of the premium and the distribution. And if there's no pullback sufficiently enough for me to buy or reinvest it back into Misty below my cost basis, then we'll just keep accumulating, and we're going to utilize that money to see if we can open up some new contracts through options. So there you have it, folks. We were able to generate $671 with 47 cents from Misty. That's including distributions and the income generated through options after taxes, of course. Okay. All right. So we have let's go back to the Robinhood app. All right, you guys. So here we go. We have two sell puts or cash secured puts that are expiring the 9th of this month. Okay, so right now I have some alternatives here that I can actually, let's take a look at them. First and foremost, I have been able to collect $493 from these two contracts. Okay, right now the extrinsic value of these two contracts is around, where is it at? Around $43. Okay, that's the current market value for it. The reason why is because it's out of the money, since right now the current price for Misty is at 25.06 and my sell put or my contract is at $21. That is out of the money. Okay, so because it's out of the money, if the extrinsic value is going to keep decreasing as long as the Misty share price continues to go up or trade sideways. Now, if it starts declining, then my contracts are going to generate some value, okay, or it's going to increase in value, and we don't want that, because whether we close the contracts early, which that's what I'm going to attempt to do, or if I wait until it expire, I'm hoping that it's going to stay above my strike prices. Otherwise, I might get a sign. Okay. And if that happens, then don't get me wrong, I'll get the 200 shares at $21 strike price, but I would rather just have or convert this back into cash, okay, back into my buying power. So let's do it. Let's go over here. Since it's a sell put, we are going to do the opposite. We are going to buy those two contracts. Right now, the limit price, what they're asking for, is between 5 to 45. Okay, so I'm gonna attempt to buy both of the contracts. I'm willing to pay $15. Let's see what happens. Okay. If they close, that's how much of collateral is going to be released back into my buying power. Now, why am I doing this? Why am I closing it early? Why not wait until it expires? Well, there is 8 days left on this contract. Anything can happen within those 8 days. Okay, if Misty's share price can decline, it can take a dive, and next thing you know, I'm actually in the money or at the money. So I would rather convert my contracts back into cash and have that available to my buying power in the scenario anything happens. Okay. All right. So let's swipe it up. Hopefully they'll go through, and there they went through very fairly quick. Nice. Now we got that back into our buying power. I was able to close those two contracts. I no longer own. I only got four more contracts. Now, with this, we have another one, an additional one over here that we are not out of the, well, yeah, it's a little bit out of the money, but we are close. We're close to at the money as well. Okay, so right now, the current price that they want for this, for me to close it, is $60. For this, they, if I pay the $60, they will release my $2,350. Okay, I was able to generate about $635 of credit of premiums through with this contract. Okay, meaning that I probably been rolling this contract for like about 5 months already. That's how I was able to generate that much. Now, what are my alternatives here? Well, I can close it just like we did with the other two contracts, or I can try to roll the position as well. Okay, see how much we can collect. Now, I have several options here. We can roll it, extend it for another week. We can pick a new strike price. Okay, we can either, I don't know, if I wanted to get more, generate a little bit more of premium, we can probably go a little bit higher on the strike price. So one thing that we have to consider is basically declaration date for Misty, which is going to be the 7th of this month, which is just next week. We will find out how much they're going to declare, and the following day is going to be the ex-dividend day, which is basically the fund is gonna suffer from the distribution erosion. Okay, so with that in mind, we have to be smart about the rolling. I don't know if I want to, whether it is to buy it back for $35 now that it's worth, or if we want to keep rolling it and just generate a little bit of income for now. Let's take a look. They're not even offering that much, to be honest. Let's see, May 30th. Wow. Well, we could go up if we want to generate a little bit more of income. But I'll be honest with you, I'd rather not go up. I'd rather just stay at the same strike price. So let's pick this one. Let's see what happens here. Volume is 0. There is some interest. We get $55. Let's see, maybe we can, tell you what, if you can give me 80. No, let's not be too greedy. Let's go with 75. We're gonna do a credit, and then that's how much estimated credit we would get if it gets filled. Okay. The reason why I selected 75 is because we don't know what's going to happen with Misty share price. If it keeps going up, the chances of me getting this option filled is going to increase. Okay. So, all right. So with that being said, I think that's going to be it for this video. I mean, we're doing well. I am happy with the results, and I am super happy that Misty's share price is rallying right now too as well. Okay, so we're, with that being said, we're gonna continue to do what we got to do. We're gonna continue to generate income through options, and let's see what happens. All right. If you like this content, make sure that you hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe just so that way you know when I be posting new videos. And I appreciate your time. I appreciate you, and I'll see you on the flip. Ex Strategic Investor out checking out. Take care.